They call him the Cuban Dynamite.
Here's Trafal. What do you do now besides surrender, Sergio?
Opportunity by not being active. Those are shots that...
An Olympic champion who took everything there was to win in the amateurs.
As he started behind that jab, nasty.
And in the pros, instead of tune-ups, straight into the hunt for predators.
Big right hand again there from Cruz, and down.
His name is Andy Cruz, the new generation of the Cuban style. He doesn't just fight, he solves. Every move is a trap. Every punch is an explosion.
Just being mauled by Andy Cruz.
Today, he's the symbol of boxing's future. Tomorrow, he could be the nightmare of the entire division. Andy Cruz was born in 1995 in Matanzas, Cuba. From his youth, he was called a phenomenon. For him, the ring wasn't just an arena, it was like breathing. His amateur record, 140 wins, only 9 defeats. And in those numbers lies an entire era. Before even turning pro, he had collected what most fighters only dream of. 3-time world champion, 2-time Pan American Games champion, and the crown jewel, Olympic gold in Tokyo. He was beating future stars back when they were still in the shadows. And he did it in his trademark style. Icy defense, footwork like a dance, and precision counters landing in the very split second an opponent opened up. Cruz didn't just win, he broke opponents down piece by piece, leaving them with nothing but frustration. His calling card became the rivalry with Keyshawn Davis. 2019, Pan Am Games and the World Championships. 2 finals. Cuba versus USA. Davis pressed forward, trying to smother him with pace. Cruz slipped aside, met him with the jab, answered in bursts. Both times the American looked dangerous, but hit the same wall: speed, IQ, cold calculation. The climax came in Tokyo, Olympic final. 3 rounds of pure tension.
Davis tries to go over the top.
Davis attacked, but found nothing but air.
To the side, the men's light competition.
Cruz timed him, landed, and vanished from the line of fire. Scorecards 4-1, gold, and proof. He was the best in the world. After the Olympics, Davis turned pro. Cruz stayed back to prove once more he was number 1. He returned to the World Championships and took another gold.
Minutes here. Cruz with a dig to the body. Again, just slips underneath the left hook and then goes to the body. Combination on the inside, and a right hand just drops Osman.
Then came silence. 2 years away. It seemed the phenomenon might disappear, but in 2023, he signed with Matchroom.
Is that the champion? Oh yeah. Welcome.
In his corner, Derek Bozy Ennis, a name that promises war on its own. Cruz's debut wasn't a warm-up, it was straight into fire, a title fight for the vacant IBF International Lightweight belt. Across the ring stood Juan Carlos Burgos, a veteran of 40 fights, a man known for never breaking.
This new generation of Cuban fighters, they tend to be aggressive, and you can actually see it now with Andy. Yeah. He's actually exposing, but beautifully behind that.
From the opening seconds, the gap in speed and class was undeniable. Cruz's jab cracked like a whip.
Speak with your hands and know what it is, and having a good coach in the corner definitely helps.
Followed by rights upstairs and to the body.
Easy to do.
Efficiently.
Yes. You hear from me.
Switching stances with ease, he fired clean shots from both hands.
Oh, and look at Davis! Yes! This is what we wanted to see!
And the Mexican veteran became a slowed-down target.
Distance with Devin Haney, Mikey Garcia, none of these guys stop, keep him active.
Burgos tried to answer, moving forward, looking for the left hook.
Yeah, and sometimes getting the points will.
At that that level because a lot of...
Oh, yeah.
So therefore, we can see how Andy Cruz could be dominating because that's what he trains to do.
But every step ran into Cruz's speed and ring IQ.
To make a statement, as we stated, Burgos had went all the distance with Keyshawn.
Cruz directed the fight like a maestro, controlling tempo, dictating the exchanges, and even when fouled below the belt.
For Andy Cruz.
And I'm super.
He answered not with anger, but with icy precision.
You're manifesting. What's the location?
10 rounds weren't punishment. They were a showcase.
Didn't really get hit hardly at all, and still looks. Hey, I'd watch him fight Williams and Payton. No, you got to let that one marinate.
His pro debut didn't end in a knockout, but something greater. He looked less like a newcomer and more like a polished master, already ready to crash the title picture.
Here and above is good. Aquí arriba está bien. Suerte.
Here in San
Giovanni Straffin, a former IBO champion, a tough Mexican, but with only a short camp behind him. He didn't come to survive. He came forward and met Cruz head on, and that was his mistake.
My experience in my first punches off, just worry about going good. Do well for Andy Cruz.
I agree.
In that gym is very much a pro style.
Cruz set the pace immediately. Jab, right hand, uppercut.
Takeaway was I got to sit there. He wants to get into the world title mix.
So, as I'm
Combinations raining one after another.
Philadelphia to work with Bozienis, the father and trainer.
Strapone has only been stopped once. Look at this, Randy Cruz going right after Ludovic.
Straight right hand to the body.
Oh, yeah, no,
That is going to be a target for Andy Cruz.
Straffon tried to stand his ground, but every clean shot drained more of his confidence.
Knock this guy out. I am a knockout puncher. That's what I'm
By the second round, the pressure became unbearable.
2-1-2 all the way across.
drinking in Mexico when he was 11 years old. Was an alcoholic until he's 26, and then he's been sober ever since.
A right-left shook him. The uppercut pierced his guard.
What do you do now if you're Strapone? What do you do now besides surrender, Sergio? Oh, boy! He's just being mauled by Andy Cruz!
The referee could have stepped in earlier, but let it go until the bell.
Double uppercut. Everything is working. Look at the slickness of Andy Cruz, the gold medalist, looking fantastic here.
Go to the body right now. Go down to the body. The headshot was way too easy. These Mexicans can take big shots upstairs. See that?
What a round.
There you go. His defense was being so offensive and still ducking back, countering. Strapone 32 fights, but that right to the gut sent him two big right hands upstairs. He's shaking. Strapone's hurt.
The third round sealed it. Cruz drove Straffin to the ropes and unleashed a storm of punches.
Being a tough Mexican, but this is the Andy Cruz.
The Mexican remained on his feet, but the fight was gone.
And he's giving you what you want, Chris, and that'll do it.
His first title defense ended in a statement knockout, proof that Cruz's style works not only at long range, but also when he unleashes a furious storm. And with that victory, he added another prize to his collection, the WBA Continental Latin American lightweight title, cementing his rise as a future champion.
Oh, we got to get him more active. I want to see him back in the ring in February. Against Keyshawn Davis? If Keyshawn Davis, that top rank wouldn't let him fight Keyshawn Davis. No way.
The name of Davis lingered in the air. Cruz had already shown in the amateurs that he could break him down, but fans demanded to see it on the professional stage.
Mary Ken, you still trying to adapt to this to our environment. You still trying to build yourself. So why the fuck do you?
My son.
Andy Cruz, I don't gotta fight you.
And as the talk kept growing louder, Cruz stepped back into the ring in February.
Plant his feet a little bit more and dig down.
The third straight Mexican opponent for Cruz, Brian Zamaripa. Young, hungry, stubborn. He marched forward, eager to trade.
I bet you he probably doesn't live. See that? Look.
We're seeing an Andy Cruz, and what we just
But his straight-ahead approach quickly backfired. Every step opened him up to the jab and the right hand.
Breaking down, these gold medalists coming to the...
Cruz showed everything that makes him special. Subtle angles, punches from both stances, and the cold precision to turn an opponent's attack into his own opportunity.
Look, if he keeps progressing this way, it's just pouring out of the face now of Zamaripa. He's going to finish him off right here.
You because Cruz is giving him the opportunity by not being active.
Zamarripa fought with heart until the end. Blood from his nose, swelling around his eyes only underlined his grit. But the truth was, he was holding on with willpower more than with punches.
Could he win a world title right now, Chris?
Testament to how good of a fighter. The question is, can he win a world title?
The crowd sensed a knockdown could come at any moment, but Zamarripa's toughness kept him upright until the final bell.
Perfect shutout.
The judges were unanimous, 100-90.
Ladies and gentlemen, we get things started with a lightweight championship contest.
Antonio Moran, a seasoned fighter with 30 wins, 20 of them by knockout.
Andy Cruz and David Morrell really trying to be the boss now, and he got clipped again.
He had already shared the ring with Devin Haney, Arnold Barboza Jr., and Jose Pedraza, and came in against Cruz determined to test the Cuban's toughness.
He's basically said, I need someone to reach, turn into, he blocked the punches and was at a perfect angle.
The opening rounds went under Cruz's command, speed, jab, sharp right counters.
Scared, is he? Now he's taking the fight too. This position also seen clearly. Nice 1-2 from Cruz. Immediately has to pay the price.
But in the fourth, Moran reminded everyone why he's respected.
Right on the ear.
Cruz is hurt.
A left hook to the temple rocked the favorite, and for a moment, the risk was real.
But it's not.
Moran pressed harder, worked the body.
Normally, been in there with championship.
And by the sixth, he was walking forward, forcing Cruz to absorb shots and prove not only skill, but resilience.
Boy, that jab keeps working for Cruz, and then the counters, and 16 straight wins. This is the toughest fighter I've ever faced.
And yet, the turning point came. Early in the seventh, Cruz snapped Moran's head back with a stiff jab.
Nice jab, and I think the glove touched.
Followed with a crushing right hand.
The jab.
Big right hand, and Moran.
And finished with a flurry.
Backwards. Is Cruz going to pick up the biggest knockout?
Moran staggered until the referee stopped it.
Hey, it's over.
For Cruz, it was his second pro knockout, his third title defense, and at that point, the biggest win of his career.
Still undefeated and still IBF International and WBA Continental Latin American Lightweight Champion, Andy El Diamante Cruz.
Andy Cruz's fourth defense, and perhaps his trickiest.
Decent opponent right out of the gate.
Career came against Jose.
Turned into more of a fight. Senior, and we know his
patient to the body from Salcedo in this round.
Omar Salcedo came in full of confidence after a huge win over Chris Colbert, believing he could spoil the Cuban's perfect record.
Salcedo also a student in School America, so he's living the dream.
Not a veteran, not a tune-up, but a young, hungry opponent who came to bite. But that's exactly the type of fight that reveals levels.
Nice counter right, and that buckled the legs of Salcedo.
Salcedo threw himself into exchanges, loaded up the left hand, tried to catch Cruz slipping.
Gonna go for the knockout. I don't think he has. Andy Cruz said no, but they hurt him a little, and now he's got it.
That's the only thing.
Cruz answered with speed and composure, angles, counter jabs, switch hitting.
More of an even fight for sure.
Hit with anything big.
For the crowd.
Round by round, Salcedo's confidence drained.
A little bit. And there from Cruz. And this might start to get.
And in the final round, Cruz was close to finishing it. A straight right wobbled him, a barrage pinned him on the ropes, and only the bell saved him from a stoppage.
He's going for it. He's going for it. Salcedo's rocked. Can Cruz do it? Can he get it down?
A decision win, but with the taste of a knockout. After beating Salcedo, Cruz cemented himself as one of the most exciting rising lightweights. But the real test came next. An IBF eliminator, A fight to decide who would claim the #1 spot in the rankings and move within reach of a world title.
Has him on the cusp of a dream opportunity.
Across the ring stood Hironori Mishiro, a seasoned Japanese fighter with 17 wins and the reputation of a durable gatekeeper. He had never been stopped, knew how to drag opponents into deep waters, and relied on toughness where speed fell short.
A guy like William School. He's not to correct myself, obviously. This is round 3, but rear. Cruz is out.
The opening rounds made the gap in class clear. Cruz was sharper, quicker, more precise.
His accuracy. He's not someone that is going to...
He bit down in the second, but in the third his guard cracked.
Zero, deep breath there. Big right hand again there from Cruz.
And he was dropped twice by Cruz's right hand.
No upper body movement. That's what I talked about, being robotic.
Down goes Mishiro.
Mishiro got up, pushed forward, even tried to rally in the fourth, but it was more heart than real chance.
Big right hand that one can't miss. Cruz was a sucker for that right hand. Shots with his chin.
For Andy Cruz.
By the fifth, Cruz closed the show. A barrage of straight shots and hooks pinned Mishiro to the corner, and the referee stepped in.
Your scorecard, but I suspect paint job right now. Hironori Mishiro.
Sixth pro win, third stoppage, and another statement from the Cuban Dynamite. Andy Cruz, 30 years old, 6 fights, 6 wins, 3 knockouts, and now the IBF's #1. At first glance, a modest record, but while others padded their numbers against journeymen, Cruz went straight in against men with names and experience. Every fight a test, not a formality. Now he's the IBF's top contender. Next in line, a world title shot against Raymond Muratalla. And the big question hangs in the air, what about Keyshawn Davis? Their rivalry started in the amateurs, but will Davis dare to face him in the pros? One thing is clear, Cruz is taking the short road, no detours, and already he's a danger for anyone in the division. If you enjoyed this video, hit like, subscribe, and remember, Andy Cruz is only just heating up. His climb to the top is far from over.